All right, top of the morning. You heard me? And it's up with me. You know what I'm saying? So, cause I got a lot to 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 get a world. You heard me? See, I done made myself a necessity to the world. So, I've even disciplined myself on levels that only the good Lord knows I discipline myself on. So, and I still got stuff to work on. But I do this like a job because this is what the world need. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it's in the Bible, you only reap what you sow. And they got some things that'll make God proud, that please God. Not you just standing on faith, going through your trials and tribulations, keeping your faith no matter what. That's gonna help God move. But see, God say when we in the body of Christ, we gotta edify. We gotta build each other up. You hear me? Yeah, and there's a lot of none of that ain't going on. You know what I'm saying? Before somebody build you up, bro, they'll tell you now it's like crabs in a bucket, and it's like sometimes your good news be bad news to people. You hear me? They don't even know what you've been through. They don't know all the injustice you done went through, all the storms you done went through. They just see the glory. Nah, they don't know nothing about the story. And it's so crazy, like, the way things are going now, bro. Like, and I'm seeing this, you hear me? You know the devil come to steal, kill, and destroy, you hear me? And he hate, like, anywhere love at, or like a strong relationship being built, the devil gonna put hate there. He don't like things to come together. It's like your hand. You see this here? It's like you hit somebody with it like a little slap, but see if it all come together. You see what I'm saying? It's like a powerful blow, you heard me? So it's like this, you heard me? Man, you been building or you been trying to destroy. You trying to make sure things don't come together and this one don't mess with this one, and you heard me? Because that's what the devil do. He separate, divide, and conquer, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? So they trying to make sure stuff don't come together, but and it's crazy because when it backfire on them, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, what happened? That's what you've been putting out there. You've been undermining people and you've been using the slick side beef with a person, making sure it don't come together or nothing. You hear me? See, leaders not made, they born. Anybody could do that, shoot crosses, be dirty, make up lies, and you know what I'm saying? But the same people that are try to destroy you with a lie, you could destroy them with the truth. You hear me? And that's simple, easy, and it's evil, and it's not it's not godly. You hear me? God said we supposed to build each other up. You hear me? You hear me? Don't ever call yourself a child of God and you call yourself making sure everything's separated, ain't nothing coming together. You hear me? Together we stand, divided we fall. You hear me? You gotta know this. You heard me? Like me, I just don't get on that type of time. If somebody could talk to you and get in your head and turn you against me, you been wanting to find a reason to go against me. You heard me? And me personally, like I don't even be caring. I don't like nothing weak around me anyway. Somebody could get in your head, you heard me? Like easy and just tell you go ahead and do that, and you'll just do it. You heard me? Boy, you weak. You heard me? And if you're weak, you beat. So, and I'm just bringing this to the light because it's a lot of people like they not edifying. They not building nobody up. You heard me? And I understand some people been so hurt to where they had to get in their 2-3 zone because people coming in people's life and they trying to rip them off now. Just won't come take your time, energy, resources, and they not reciprocating nothing back. You see what I'm at? And that's another thing I need to get on y'all about. You hear me? Man, listen, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with keeping it real. Who keeping it real with you? Ain't nothing wrong with looking out for somebody who looking out for you. The problem is when you look out for them and they go look out for somebody else. When you showing them love and they go show somebody else love. When you keeping it real with them and they stabbing you in your back. That's when the problem kicking. You heard me? The problem is like this. Sometimes like it's like this. When they ain't reciprocating it back, you gotta fall back. You heard me? Yeah, and I ain't saying like, you know, cause I don't regret the love I showed. You heard me? I'm gonna be me. You heard me? But like once I see, you know, like, oh, you think cause I am a good guy. I'm a nice person, just not a stupid person or a dummy. You heard me? But it's like this. You heard me? Man, start reciprocating that love back. That, you know, take under consideration. You heard me? That person didn't have to do that for you. You heard me? Take that under consideration. You heard me? Take under consideration that, you know, somebody made a sacrifice for you. Not saying every time somebody do something, you got to do it back for them, but, you know, keep them in mind. You heard me? Love your neighbor as you love yourself. You heard me? Your neighbor looked out for you, look out for your neighbor. T.D. Jakes did a sermon one time. He said, feed was feeding you. You heard me? Yeah, cause once you listen, bro, all you gotta do is listen. Anybody like I deal with, you remember, right? I'm gonna deal with you according to how you move. You know what I'm saying? And you supposed to know, like, at the end of the day, you gonna respect it. You heard me? According to how you move with me, that's how I'm moving, man. I'm not gonna get on your type of time for it, like, oh, you did something like that. I just don't mess with you no more. You supposed to know why. You heard me? You supposed to know this, you heard me? Any woman that done dealt with me since I even been out here 4 years, then she gonna tell you, as soon as you go to disrespecting me, he gonna distance himself. Cause I don't know how to do the new thing. You heard me? That's the new thing they doing. Like, there's a lot of disrespect going on because they ain't got God in their life. If you got respect for God, you gonna respect people. You're not gonna be out here doing people know anything. You know God don't sleep. He see what you're doing. He watching how you moving. You can't move like that. But people doing it. And then when they like being shambled, they like, how this happen to me? You know how you living. Come on, man. You read what you sow, man. You heard me? Then you never know who God got an angel on. You heard me? So watch that, man. You heard me? Real talk, man. If you ain't somebody, you know you don't like this person, man, I ain't gonna come around you, and I pray to God you don't come around me. You heard me? I'm going where you know where to love and where my energy go up and everything at. You heard me? And that's when you gonna know that's your people. You heard me? Like when they got your back behind your back, when you walk in the cipher with them, boom, your energy go up. When you around people and your energy go down, guess what? This not your people, homie. And you gotta know that. You heard me? Yeah, this how God be telling me to move out here, you hear me? Because it's a lot of people out here, they not gonna build you up no more. It's a witchcraft going on, so I ain't gonna let him know who he is. I can't let her know who she is. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that going on. So once I see that you not on my type of time, listen, man, once I see you ain't on my type of time, I won't move around. That's how I'm moving, bro, because it don't make no sense, you hear me? It don't make no sense, but some people got a demonic force riding them. They like to make sure things don't come together. They like to get in people's head and have them thinking sideways about you the whole time. You like my daddy used to tell me, you heard me? This is how he used to talk. He said, if anybody ever in your life tell you watch somebody, you watch them. Yeah. You know what they tell you? Watch them. You heard me? Because ain't enough hours in a day for me to get on that type of time with nobody, you hear me? Because God got angels protecting me. When you want a protection for real, all you got to do is respect God. You got to respect God. You want some real protection? Have a feel for God. Like, you know God right there. He looking. He don't miss nothing. And you know this. You hear me? Once you know God right there, you lock this in your mind and this in your spirit, you're not going to be out here scheming and plotting. You're not going to be conspiring. You're not going to be a false witness. You hear me? That's why he got all that in the Bible. Like, he letting you know this. I hate this type of stuff. Don't lie on nobody. You hear me? He letting you know, but he started letting other people know, man, this going to go on. People going to lie on you and stuff. You hear me? People going to sow discord, shoot crosses and stuff. You hear me? So let's get back to building each other up. You hear me? If you can't help them, don't hurt them. You hear me? Like real talk, you heard me? And I know there's a lot of hurt people. They hurt people. Get in your 2-3 zone, heal up. You heard me? Boom. And don't worry about what your spouse doing that hurt you. And I know it's easier said than done, but you're going to have to do this unless you're going to destroy yourself out here. You're going to destroy yourself moving like that. And I know it's easier said than done, but you better get with God. You heard me? You seen the video I just dropped, you heard me? Be anxious for nothing, but everything by prayer and supplication, you heard me? Real talk. Go to God first, you heard me, before you go to moving bad out here. And pray over your heart, you heard me? Real talk, you heard me? Because the world needs this, man. They need this now, you heard me? Because it's that type of time, man. It's a lot of people just making sure stuff don't come together. You know what I'm saying? They out their body, they destroying themselves, they destroying friendship. You know, everybody and everybody business, like, it's like, as soon as you make a call, they want you to, you know? Come on, man. Where they do that at? You heard me? Where they do that at? But this the new world. So, what I'm getting at is this. Start building things up, you hear me? Start making people smile, you hear me? Start giving them energy, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? Because that get reciprocated back to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? The universe gonna bless you back, but like, and let's start reciprocating it back. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody come through for you, you heard me? Like when you able to come through, like, not saying you owe them nothing, but take under consideration, this your people. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? And you gotta know that, you hear me? Because I'm gonna tell you something, you heard me? Once you cross certain people certain way, you know you can't come back from that. And good people always gonna forgive you. They will. But they know what's up now, you heard me? You heard me? Once bridges get burned, you heard me? Lessons get learned, you heard me? Yeah, bridges get burned, lessons get learned, and we gotta know that too, you heard me? So be mindful of that and just continue to build, you heard me? Build each other up like God said do, you heard me? Quit being like the devil, you know what I'm saying? Always trying to destroy something, you heard me? Like real talk, you heard me? Look, stay up, stay focused, you heard me? Bruh, I love all y'all, you heard me? One.